Hey tubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
Tonight we'll be talking about Supergirl.
Season 3, episode 20, Dark Side of the Moon.
Sure. So yeah, it was a pretty good episode.
It was.
I liked it. Mainly because I like seeing Lois Lane back in action.
Yeah, it's cool to see Erica Durance on there.
Of course, she's not Lois Lane anymore.
No, but it's still cool that she's playing in something that's related to Superman.
Yeah. And she is by far my favorite Lois Lane so far.
Yeah. I like Terry Hatcher too.
Yeah. But that show was very of its time.
No, I know. I just mean I like her as an actress.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I liked her playing Lois.
Right.
At least of what I've seen of her as Lois.
I liked her as Lois. She fit, but
it's just the show was very 90s.
It was very, the girl is in distress, let's go save her.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. You are female.
Basically,
you sit back and type on your computer. I'm gonna go punch the bad guy now.
Yeah, but there were shows then that were doing that.
I know.
Like Xena.
Yeah. And Charm started back then, didn't it?
It started in 98.
Oh, so it was towards the end. But, I mean, yeah, there were some shows that were showing female empowerment, but it was very few and far
Star Trek
between.
was.
Yeah.
And those were on in the 90s.
Yeah. But, like, you get what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
We're naming off cult hits here.
Star Trek is not a cult hit. Okay.
It has a following, and it's as big as Star Wars. But if you look back at it...
What do you mean if you look back at it?
If you think about it, the originals is not very good anymore. But
yeah, the original series was on in the 1960s.
Okay.
The other series were on in the 90s.
Okay. So you named one semi-mainstream show and cult classics.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, basically, you know, I'm just saying that is very few and far between, and especially not that there weren't many...
Lois and Clark was on from 93 to 97.
There weren't many that were showing, basically prime time.
Yeah, there weren't.
But yeah, I mean, she was decent. But...
Yeah, I mean, Erica Durance, most people probably would say she's their favorite.
Because she actually did something. She wasn't, like, the damsel in distress.
Right. I mean, even the original Lois in the Superman movies with Christopher Reeve, Margot Kidder, like, she was a great actress. But, like, that Lois didn't really do much.
No.
And the whole point of that movie was him keeping from her that he was Superman.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to marry her and be with her, she should know who you are.
Yeah. And that was the point of the movie they made.
I mean, Lois and Clark, she knew who he was.
After a while.
Yeah. After a while, when he told her. In the original movies, he never told her.
Right. Did they ever actually get married, though?
I think so.
I don't think so, because Superman Returns was supposed to be a continuation. They were going to continue it with him trying, like, because he was all done up, like,
I didn't see Superman Returns.
Well...
The one with Brandon Routh?
Yeah. Like, he was supposed to be, like, the same one. So it was supposed to be the same story. And he had gone back because he heard that part of Krypton had survived.
I'm trying to remember, because
he came back to Earth after not finding anything.
I saw there's 4 original Supermans. I've seen 3. Because everybody says the 4th is really bad, but
it is.
I saw 1 through 3, and I don't remember if they got married or not.
I'm not sure they did, because like I was saying, Returns was supposed to be a continuation, and in that one, Lois was dating someone else and had a kid, and she never told anyone who the father was.
Yeah.
But the father was actually Clark.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for something that came out a decade ago.
Well, the reason I didn't see Superman Returns is because everybody said it was terrible.
Yeah, I liked it.
So, I didn't see it.
I found it okay. I didn't mind it. Because, I mean, there was a few
And that
things...
was kind of before I was really into superhero stuff fully.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really watching, like, Batman Begins or Superman Returns and things like that. Plus, I wasn't really that into Batman.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I liked this original Spider-Man's with Tobey Maguire. Like, that was my first kind of introduction to superhero stuff. And then I saw the Superman movies more recently, like, when I saw Smallville and everything. But, because I was like, well, I feel like I need to see the original ones. I think I'd seen the first one, like, way before that, a long time ago. So, like, I rewatched it, and then I saw 2 and 3. But, like, yeah. So, I mean...
Yeah.
I just don't like the way that they're done in the movies. I feel like it's such... Like, it's just ridiculous. Because it's so obvious. You know? And, like, if they are, like, actually a couple, and they do... plan to get married, then she should know who he is.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, it was nice seeing Erica Durance play Kara's mom on Supergirl.
Yeah.
And yeah, I liked the Alex stuff in the episode because you really got to see, like, her as a character. Like, you kind of got insight into what she's feeling and what she's going through. And, you know, she hasn't really talked about that since her and Maggie broke up.
Right. About having kids.
Yeah. And, like, of course she's talking to John about it because, like, he's kind of like a father figure for her. And, you know, he's always supportive of her and gives her advice and things like that.
Yep.
And, you know, and he is her family. Yep. And, so I just thought that was a nice moment between them. And then, like, at the beginning, you didn't see it, but, when she was with Ruby and they were, like, she put a hat on and she's like, oh, that would look really cute on you. And then, like, she was gonna put sunglasses on and she saw that guy behind her who she went to confront in the bar and everything. But, yeah, it was really good. And then... what else? Oh, this stuff with, like, Lena and Rain.
Yeah.
Like, when she was saying that, I just kept thinking the whole time, Morgana, Morgana, Morgana. I was just like, it's gonna come out. Like, it's going to come out. Her dark side is going to come out. Like, there's only 3 more episodes. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, watch, what if at the, like, in the season finale, like, you see her just become, like, the evil Lena. And it's like Morgana 2.0, you know?
Without the magic powers.
Exactly.
Well.
Because the last episode is called Supergirl Returns. And next week's episode is called Not Kansas. Because Smallville's in Kansas.
Yeah.
And it represents home, kind of. So it's like you're not in Kansas anymore. Like, even though that's Wizard of Oz, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think that's why the original writers made Smallville in Kansas. So that if they ever brought Superman, like, out of Kansas, they can go, we're not in Kansas. I feel like
we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure, like, in Smallville, they used that once or twice.
Yeah. Like, next week is called Not Kansas, then Make It Rain, and then Supergirl Returns.
You see, okay, no, I'm gonna touch that later on, because that's talking about the end. But the entire time that they were on New Krypton, I guess, whatever it was called.
Oh, speaking of that, I don't mean to interrupt you, but that black guy who was in New Krypton, that was freaking Tim Russ, who plays Tuvok on Voyager. I was looking at him the whole time, and I was like, I know that he looks familiar. And he was talking, and I was like, I think that's him. So yeah, it made me happy.
Yeah.
Because it's Voyager. That's my
Yeah, your favorite. But I said it like a couple moments after she started talking to her mom. This feels off. There's something wrong here.
You said that after like a while, actually.
Was it a while?
Yeah. It wasn't right
minutes.
after she started talking to her mom.
Well, it felt like just a few minutes.
Yeah.
But
then when the lady was calling the Rao or whatever, you were like,
Rao is the god.
Well,
Rao
who was she
is
praying
the god.
to?
She was praying to
Rain.
the destroyer. Yeah, she was calling the world
she
destroyer.
was calling Rain. Anyway, that wasn't her mom doing that.
No, it wasn't.
But you were like, I knew it.
Yeah, because something felt off about the area, not a specific person.
I thought you meant her mom.
No, just how the place felt. I knew something was going to happen.
Oh, okay.
Because we'd spent enough time there that, like, you could tell there was something not quite right about that place. And I just didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, God killer. Nope, that
World
is
destroyer.
something else. Yes. See, God killer is what was that from? The God killer. Oh, it's from Fairy Tale, an anime. See, that's what popped in my head, but I like, no, that's a dragon slayer, dragon killer, and
Buffy.
it's like God killer. So, yeah.
Buffy, the vampire killer.
Slayer! Slayer! Slayer!
I know it's Slayer. I'm just being funny.
I know. I just had to say it again like that because it made me think of a movie.
What movie?
The Princess Bride.
Oh, Lord. Not that movie. The most quotable movie ever.
As you wish.
I am Inigo Montoya. You kill my father. Prepare to die.
Are you the six-fingered man?
That's the only one I know, like, by heart. I don't know
Really?
all the other quotes from it. I've seen the movie a couple times, but I haven't. I'm not obsessed with it. Like, it's not. I love the 80s, but I'm not obsessed with that movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Like, I've seen it a couple times, but most of my friends are just like, The Princess Bride! Oh my gosh! And then, like, when we watch it, they're, like, quoting it the whole time, and I'm just like,
I
shut
can't
up!
quote it the whole time.
I'm like, shut up!
Marriage is why we got here together today.
I mean, I like the movie. I don't hate the movie. I just get irritated because people are like so like passionate about it. And I'm like, okay, I know you like it, but honestly, there's movies that are better than that.
There are, but I think it just feels timeless.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's not one I'd go see, like, for an anniversary or something like that.
I would totally go see it.
But other movies I wouldn't.
But yeah, just because, like, there's a scene, the dream sequence after she got married, where you had the woman in the cat going, liar, liar! Ugly homeless woman. I mean, she was probably homeless. I mean,
it's been a while.
Probably dressed up as a homeless. Like, she was probably supposed to be a homeless woman.
Like, the first time I watched it was like, I don't know, I want to say like maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And then when I saw it again, it was like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. No, more than that. It was probably like 5 years ago.
I love the movie. But yeah, that's...
So it's been a while since I've seen it again. So I don't remember everything that happens in it.
But yeah, anyways, that's where the whole, like, thing came from.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of 80s movies are predictable and corny and fun and silly. Like, it's fine. But it's just not one of my favorite 80s movies. And people can hate on me. I don't care. It's just not.
So, Supergirl.
Yes.
What, like, I thought it was kind of nice of Monel to give the boy the whole healing thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, and you can share it. Like, when you don't need it anymore, give it to
Monel's
someone else.
a good guy.
I thought the mom would have an issue because he's from, Daxam?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to say Daxam, like, at first I wanted to say, I'm like, no.
Daxam.
I'll say that, and then it'll be from another anime.
I was waiting for you. I mean, I kind of remembered, but I was, like, waiting for you to say it, and then when you said Daxam, I was like, yeah, Daxam.
Like, I was gonna say, he's from Daxam, and then it's like, I was like, wait a minute. Is Daxam where he's from, or is that another thing from another anime? No. Yeah, like, I was like, I'm gonna second guess myself again, because I made the screw up earlier.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, God Killer. That's also what they called Wonder Woman.
God Killer?
I think so, because she could kill gods. She's a god killer.
Well, she was a goddess.
She's half. She's a demigod. So...
She still was half.
She's the god slayer. She's the god killer. That's what they call the sword, but...
She's awesome.
Yeah.
But,
very awesome.
But yeah, like... I mean, Monel's cool.
Mm-hmm.
His suit's still ugly.
Ugly as hell. And they make that outline even more noticeable
always
now.
Be ugly. I'm just like, that outline, there needs to be something there. It looks so plain.
Right?
Like, all superhero suits have an emblem on them. How can you wear a suit that doesn't have an emblem on it? Like, I just can't. It's just so bad.
It is.
Like, it's so bad.
It is. But, I mean, there might be a reason why he's not wearing the...
I want to ugly cry with how bad it is. Like, it's so bad.
There might be a reason that just, like, occurred to me of why he's not wearing emblem in this time period, but he might have the emblem in the future.
I'm from the future. When he said that, I was just like, Back to the Future.
When he said that, I laughed a little on the
I'm just like, I'm from the future. I came here in a time machine that you invented, and I need your help to get back to the year 1985.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
so sorry.
But he's Mon-El.
Yeah.
Kara is Kara Zor-El.
Right.
Of the House of El, not the House of Zor-El. It's the House of El.
Yeah.
Which Mon-El is the House of. He's a Daxamite of the House of El.
So he can't have the same symbol.
Exactly.
Because he's from a different planet.
Maybe. They are, I mean, technically speaking, since they're like sister planets, one could just say that they are the same people, just, you know, like, Daxamites are the hippies of the, you know.
Make love, not war.
Right. Like, I mean, we saw how they treated their people, like, sex all the time,
yeah.
and...
Make love, not war.
Right. So...
Live in harmony. Mixed races.
I mean, of course, they didn't exactly live in harmony.
Have sex with many, many people.
It was all about slavery and sex, so...
Yeah, hippies here weren't about slavery, but they were about sex.
Right.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Rock and roll, baby! Rock and roll! But yeah, so I was just like, maybe that's why he doesn't have an emblem, because his is the same.
Yeah, but just them outlining it with, like, the muscle stuff, it's just, it looks so bad doing that. Like, I don't know.
It does. If he had an emblem, it would make it all better. Like, it wouldn't all be okay, but it wouldn't be, like, 100 times better.
Maybe it wouldn't be as bad if his suit looked different. Like, for instance, Cisco doesn't have an emblem on his suit as Vibe, but his suit doesn't look bad. His suit's cool. Like, Caitlyn doesn't have...
She wears a blue jacket.
Yeah. Like, they don't have emblems, but they still look cool in their suits. So, like, maybe if his suit was different looking, it wouldn't be as noticeable and be as bad. But because...
Technically, Oliver doesn't wear an emblem either.
Yeah, but because, like, he doesn't. But because it's the way that it is, it looks so bad.
And you can actually tell that they're used to
Yeah, exactly. You can tell it's the same shape as the S and everything.
Well, as the border for the S is the same diamond shape.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
And, like, all the people that wear suits on Legends don't, except for Wally, like, don't have emblems on theirs. So it's like...
technically, Ray's emblem is color.
Yeah.
His color scheme.
But it's not, like, an emblem in the middle of it.
No, that's because basically all it is like...
I know. It's an atom suit. I just mean, like, you know, it's not a noticeable, standout emblem. And their suits don't look bad or ugly. Right. And his does. Like, his is literally the only suit that looks ugly the way that it is. Without an emblem.
Of course, I didn't really like...
and it's the same colors as Kara! Which means that they probably are sister planets.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I guess kind of technically speaking, it might be a good thing if they don't happen.
Yeah, because then they're what, like brother and sister?
Well, they're not brother and sister. I'm pretty sure many generations have passed on both planets since then. So the bloodline is pretty diluted, unless we really don't know how they got to the point where they were in Kryptonian mythos of whether or not they were doing what they basically do on in the movies, which is in the movies they made it so that basically all the babies grew in like pods somewhere. They were pod children. And then given to their respective families. But Clark was the first one in multiple generations that was conceived naturally. And so yeah. So I don't know if they were kind of at that point, like if Kara actually is her mother's daughter, or like if Kara is a pod baby.
I mean, you know,
or if that has any meanings at all.
Anything wrong with them being together? I just think that they'd be more similar if their planets are the sister planets.
Yeah, which is probably why he doesn't appear alien-like.
Yeah,
because I mean, I'm sure there's other planets out there that have humanoid figures on them, but they look distinctly human. So to have,
I mean, even Clark does.
To be human by that much and have the only difference be that you get powers because of the certain sun you're under.
Right.
That would be like maybe a human goes to Krypton under like the red sun, you know, and be like, oh, I have superhuman powers. What?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm allergic to soil. I mean, like, I don't know, like, I'm allergic to diamond, or graphite, sulfur or something, I don't know. Like, that's basically what it is.
Right.
And so, like, the fact that two planets in a solar system, let alone right next to each other, have the same source of life.
Right.
Like, I don't see that happening. So, yeah. But, so it's interesting how they're both from the House of L, because Mon-El, Kara-Zor El.
Right.
So.
They are.
I'm just wondering how closely related the families are. But, I mean, like I said, again, obviously, so many generations have passed that they really aren't blood related anymore.
Right.
It's just by name now.
Mm-hmm.
It's ceremoniously they're related.
Yeah, pretty much.
But... And she wouldn't have to change her last name.
I mean, if she was going by her human one, it would be Cara Danvers, but...
Yeah, but he doesn't have... Did he ever get a last name?
I don't think so.
What was his first name?
I don't even know. But yeah, and then I liked that Wynn told Ruby about, you know, his situation and tried to, you know, relate with her and everything.
I'll teach you how to be a jerk.
Yeah.
I loved that.
I don't know. I'd like for Alex to meet her mom, Kara's mom.
Yeah, I think that they would get on just grand.
Yeah.
I guess I can kind of see about the ending, the preview for next week. That Rain escapes, right? This week she escaped.
Yep.
Now in the preview... We can talk about that before I get into this. Sure.
Well, you said Rain escaped. She undid the force field and she punched Kara like that.
She telegraphed like she was some drunk person. Like, I'ma punch you, okay? Hey, Star. Block my fist. Like, you guys have no idea how much that makes me. Oh, look, she's already blocking it. I don't know how she knew what I was going to do.
When a fist comes at your face, you duck.
How did you know that my fist was going to go for your face?
When a fist comes at your face, you duck.
Now, you see, that was a good one. I didn't see it coming. That's good. That's good. That's not! Especially in slow-mo. That sucks.
It was pretty lame.
Yes. I mean, she flings her cloak back, and it's like, when you do this, I expect this to happen. Like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Like, at least obstruct with the other hand. That was not gonna be expected.
Mm-hmm.
But with the hand that has the motion coming, that's expected. Especially if you go...
Right. I can just look up and see it coming at me in slow motion and just be like...
Like, come on. Oh. Oh. She heard about that for so long after the show ended.
I didn't even know what telegraphed was. I was like, what? Choreographed? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, that was so telegraphed! Blah, 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 telegraphed! What's telegraph?
Like, I know what a telegraph is, but what is telegraphed? Like, what?
Yeah. But, I'm just, I don't know, that was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why the most motorcycle...
Blah, 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 blah.
No English today.
No habla inglés.
I understand why the motorcycle explosion looked like crap. Because they're nearing the end of the season, and they probably wanted to save their budget for the finale, or they used most of it already, or whatever, you know, like, I get it. We're coming to an end, your money's running short. Okay. But that was something you could fix.
They could have made it a little bit more realistic looking if they weren't going to use a lot of CGI on it.
Yeah, but they spent money that episode having Jean transform on screen.
Yeah. I'm just, like, saying, like, how did movies and shows do it, like, back before they had, like, that technology. Because they still made it look realistic, but they had less amount of, like, computer graphic
That's
effects.
because they did the real thing.
Yeah.
They actually bought a motorcycle and exploded a bunch of different motorcycles so they could take shots from different angles.
Yeah.
But this is just, like, one motorcycle. It's probably the one she's been riding since season 1. And we're gonna put a bomb that no one can actually see when when Alex actually looks at it. It's like, I thought she was just looking at, like, exposed cut wire or something. She's like, what? And I'm like, what? Why are you running? Oh, there's gonna be a bomb, isn't there? Boom. I'm like, yeah. If there was gas in that tank, the boom would have been much bigger. Okay?
Yeah.
And there had to be gas in the tank. She was driving it. But I can almost guarantee they didn't actually blow up that motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
They just, like...
It was a computer-generated explosion.
It was! And they took a wrench to the motorcycle, or got a motorcycle that was already torn apart that looked like hers, or whatever. They painted it, or whatever they did,
but see, they
and laid it apart, like on the ground.
When they did the real thing with the explosions, though, they must have, like, used cars and things that weren't, like, super important. Like, it didn't matter if they got wrecked or whatever. They were, like model cars or something.
Right, like from the impound lot or something that was the same.
Right.
So.
Which saves money.
Yeah. But it also costs money to get them.
I know. Just not that much from an impound lot, though.
Yeah. Which is probably why they had motorcycle bits laying on the ground. Because it's like, oh, we're going to cut scene here. There's going to be an explosion, so you need to fall down on the ground, okay? And then they take the motorcycle away, and they lay down all the bits they got from the from the impound lot. Right. Okay, now fall on the ground. Action. Fall.
Yeah.
That's how it went, guys. That's how it went. I promise. That's how it went.
I mean, I don't have a problem with, like, CGI and that kind of thing.
It needs to look realistic if you're going to...
Yeah. And I mean, you know, there's a lot of movies that do make it look really good.
Yeah.
But...
there was too much red in the explosion, too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get explosion means fire. Fire is red. But there's also, like, when something explodes, there's a white hotness to it first, and then you get the red.
Yeah.
Because it's white first and then red because of the intense heat of the explosion.
Right.
And there was like look, there's a speck of white. Red. It's like, there was gas in that tank. Don't tell me there was just one speck of white, please.
Yeah.
Like, I know my explosions, dear.
I can see that.
I watch too much TV.
Well, I do too.
I know.
But I don't always pay attention to the effects.
I've been spoiled.
Yeah.
We've all been spoiled with
we have
good things, but yeah, like, that bothered me. But okay, the
ending.
The ending with the whole, like, whatever her name is from the council, the woman.
Yeah.
And she's calling
British
to
woman.
Rain.
Who says welcome home? Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home. Like, maybe she's Cockney English because they don't pronounce their H's.
Maybe.
Like,
the black guy also had an accent.
Not really.
It was, like, really hard to hear, but you could hear it. So I'm kind of wondering if, like, maybe the races on Krypton were segregated by, like, maybe, like, their like, voice differences, you know, their accents were
dialects.
Yeah, were by segregation.
Right.
By race. I don't know. I
mean to me, he just sounded like Tuvok.
Because once you saw him, that's all you heard. I mean, I get it. Like, the season finale of NCIS, there's a guy from Bones on there. And he was such a great guy on Bones.
They need to have, and this is totally unrelated, but they need to have a Jack reunion on NCIS.
But, like, this guy on NCIS, he had a British accent, and I spent the whole... Okay, it was a 2-hour season finale, the first week and then the last week. And I was like, who the hell is this guy? I know him from somewhere.
2-part season finale?
Yeah. Right? And I'm like, I know him from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell is he? It was the accent that threw me off. I could not figure it out until the last scene of the season finale. When he's leaning over Director Vance, and he was like he said something like, you will know pain soon enough, infidel. Cause he's like Muslim, and he's a terrorist. So he's like infidel. When I heard infidel, I was like, ha ha ha, he's Ahmed the dead terrorist. But he was walking up to Vance because they were on a jet flying back to his homeland, and like the way something about the way he walked or whatever, I was like, he's from Bones. He was such a nice Indian man. Like, he was in love with Bones's boss, and they were engaged, and he was so sweet. Now he's
Camille?
Yeah, the Indian guy that she was with.
Like, her boss was
Camille,
the one
with Black Girl.
Yeah, was the one that Booth had dated.
Yeah,
like, early on.
Yeah, the Indian guy she was with.
Okay,
it was him.
I can't believe I got her name right.
Right, I couldn't remember her name.
Like, I haven't watched all of Bones. I've watched, like, the first movie. Oh.
But it
like
took me 2 hours to figure it out. In the last scene, I figured it out.
Wow.
Right.
It happens.
I felt so stupid.
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
It was the accent that
I was looking at him, and I'm like, is that him? And then I looked it up on IMDb, and he wasn't listed in, like, the cast for this episode on Supergirl, but I know it's him. And, like, he just doesn't have the pointy ears. But I knew that it was him.
Right, but something was missing. Something had changed about him, right?
Yeah.
So it was hard to identify until, like, it finally hit you. Something
when he was
about
talking,
him.
I was like, he still kind of has that, like, way he talks that's similar to his character.
There was something about him that, like, it clicked.
And he was still very serious. So,
which is, like, for me, something about the way he walked on that plane, it clicked for me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But anyways, back to Supergirl and what I'm... When the British chick was like, world killer, blah, 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 world killer, come to me, something, whatever, right?
World destroyer. I summon you. I summon thee.
Like, and then, how, like, that happened at the end, and then the end credits, the, promo for next week, it shows that, like, what's life without Supergirl? And I'm like, what do you mean? She just got back. But, like, it took me until basically this part of the review to understand probably what happens. Is that British chick summons rain to fake Krypton. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the name that they gave the place. Because it's not Candor, so I can't remember it. Candor now reminds me of Divergent. Because my mind just went straight to Erudite.
Everything reminds us of another movie or TV show.
Well, I mean, the planet thing starts with an E, doesn't it? The name of the planet?
I don't remember. I think it was an A.
Was it an A? Amrite?
Amrite. Am I right?
It's an Amorite, not am I right?
I know.
It was...
I don't know, but she mentioned it.
They said the name quite a few times.
Alora mentioned it.
But, yeah. Since it's not named Candor, I can't tell you what it is. But I think what happens is that Rain goes there.
Yeah. Because she summons her.
Right, so Kara follows.
Mm-hmm.
Which is gonna be really hard because, I mean, they're protected from the universe in the little bubble on the asteroid they're on.
Right.
And it's like, okay, Kara has no powers there. But there's nothing keeping Rain from having her powers anywhere.
Yeah.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need the sun.
Right.
For Kara to have her powers, they're gonna have to lower the shields.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know. It's so. And then, like, if they lower the shields, then they're gonna have a whole city full of people that can kick Rain's butt, but have no idea how to control their abilities.
Yep.
Oh. But, yeah, I'm just like, because when I saw the preview, I was like, where the hell is she? She just got back.
Yeah,
How is
and the
she
next
gone?
episode is called Not Kansas.
Yeah. So she's probably going back to not Kandor.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kandor anymore.
We're in Munchkin Land.
Wow. Okay, that's not creepy at all.
What? That's how they laugh.
I know. It's somehow cute when the little people do it. But when you do it, it's scary.
I can't cackle like a witch. That's just a maniacal laugh.
I know.
That's not witch laughter.
I know. Can I witch laugh? Can I? Have I done it before?
Anyway.
I'll get you my pretend your little time too. Oh. Those are part of the pipes I haven't used in a long time.
Don't get me started on The Wizard of Oz. I'll start quoting it, and that's not what I want to do in this review.
It's not what you guys want either.
Hey!
But, so yeah, she's probably gonna go and try to defend her mom.
Yeah.
If
I'm
gonna be so pissed if she kills. If
and then
Rain kills her mom.
the commander who was Tuvok on Voyager, who was also a Commander Tuvok. Sorry, but anyway, I don't know what his name was on this episode. I'm just gonna call him Commander. Anyway, he's gonna be right because he didn't want to give her the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not that he was right. Like,
yeah,
if British stupid chick. Like, it was stupid British chick didn't summon Rain to their home.
Stupid British chick.
I can get more racy with it, but I don't want to.
No, it's fine.
I mean, she's stupid. She freaking calls Rain. Like, I mean, how stupid do you have to be to call a world killer to your not planet home? There's not even a world there to kill. It's an asteroid.
I live on an asteroid.
Like, it's not even a planet. There's no world to kill. It's just a city of people. So...
yeah.
But is she stupid enough to summon thee and, like, Kara has to go after her and save the people?
I summon thee!
But I think maybe... I don't want it to happen. I don't want Rain to kill Kara's mom.
Yeah, I don't want her to kill her mom either.
Please don't kill Kara's mother. Please. Please don't.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't kill the mother. But, I mean, please kill stupid British chick. Yes, please. I mean, I know she was the final vote in getting the The Rock. But whatever. I mean,
No.
Like, she's stupid enough to summon rain. But, like, I mean, if Kara and Mon-El had the chance to use The Rock, like, to be able to get it... like, I'm pretty sure just holding The Rock up probably won't do anything.
Yeah.
Unless it acts just like kryptonite for rain, it won't do anything. They'd have to, like, basically, like...
Lena basically has to hit the button.
No, because Rain tore the thing off.
Yeah.
So if she hits the button, it's not gonna do anything. It's gonna flood the floor with kryptonite.
True.
But yeah, so basically their only hope is a chunk of rock that they haven't refined into a weapon yet. So they can't do anything with it. But if they could have, then it wouldn't have been a waste.
Yeah, it would have.
But, I mean, if they don't need it anymore, they can always return it.
Yep.
So, there's that. That was a pretty big chunk, too, which means that's a lot of time that they gave away. Like, that's a lot of time that they gave of breathable air and livable atmosphere. Like, I was expecting, like, a sliver, like, maybe, like, that big or something. Not a hunk of rock, like, maybe that big. Like... But...
Yep. Well, we've got 3 more episodes.
Yes, we do.
Season finale airs on June 18th. Yeah.
Oh, and, if you guys do watch my Choices Let's Plays, they are going every other day. So there's one up on, and the one got posted today, which is Monday.
Probably get caught up on it.
And then one is going to be posted on Wednesday. You guys should check it out and help me make choices.
You do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
I posted on Saturday. So today.
No, Monday.
No.
And then Wednesday.
And then Wednesday.
And then
Friday. And then Sunday. And then Tuesday. And then Thursday. And then Saturday. And then Monday.
Okay, it switches off.
Yeah.
Anyway, I watched the first one. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never, like, actually seen that done before, so I'll be, like, sitting there watching it, and I'm like, it's just weird, like, hearing, like, I can read all of the things that are on there, so it's like I don't need somebody reading them to me.
Right.
So I'm just kind of like, why? You know?
I don't know, you can read a book, but you also have Audible.
I know.
So,
but I don't use Audible. I read books.
But people use Audible.
I know.
So
I don't mind. It's not weird.
Yeah.
It's cool to, like, pretend to be the character. She looks like Alex.
I know.
But yeah, like, I watched the first one. It was pretty good.
So if you guys watch that, like I said, it's going to be up on
and
Wednesday.
I want to try to get the Legends one done this week. Because I actually had 8 episodes to watch, not 7. Sorry. But I watched 3 of them, so I have 5 left. So if I can get them watched within the next few days, then hopefully we can get together, like, this week and get that done.
Yes.
And then we'll just have the Black Lightning one to do.
Yes.
Which we'll do probably the week after, like, next week or something like that. So that will be done. And we won't have to worry about it. And you guys can get your Black Lightning review, like I know some of you have been asking for.
Yeah.
So it's one person in particular. But anyway, that's some of what you have to look forward to.
Yes. And there's not gonna be a live stream for the Supergirl finale.
No, we don't do live streams for Supergirl.
No.
We just don't.
No.
Legends, maybe.
Maybe.
But that's a hard maybe.
Yeah.
Because I like Legends, but I kind of just like to watch Legends. I don't really want to live stream Legends.
Right.
So
yeah, there's that. And then we have Winona Earp stuff going to start coming out.
Yeah, like, I'm on episode 4 of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to get Legends and Black Lightning out of the way before I continue with other shows that I'm watching.
Yeah.
So once those are done and I'm caught up with those, then I'll go back to, like, Winona and, like, finishing Next Generation and things like that.
So when she finishes Winona season 1, we'll do a season review of that.
Yeah.
When season 2 comes out on Netflix, we'll do that, and then we'll start doing episodic reviews.
What I think is going to happen is that they're probably going to release season 2 shortly before season 3 premieres.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we won't be able to watch season 3 live because we'll have to get caught up on season 2.
Yeah, but we can watch, like, we can do basically what we did with the first couple episodes of some of the seasons we started here, which is do, like, episodes 1 through 3, review, and then start from there. But, and we're going to be joined by our friend who joined us in the Flash live stream.
Yeah, she doesn't have a name yet.
Nah. But if you guys have a name that you guys can think of for her that's not Tara, she's already flatly said no.
Waverly. She loves Waverly.
Yeah. But Waverly's a character on the show that we're reviewing. We don't review Teen Titans, so it's not...
I don't know. I think that we should, if we're good, like, that we should all have superhero-ish names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
if you guys saw the live stream of The Flash, tell us what you think that her name should be down in the comments below. Or
on Twitter.
But don't let it be Tara, because she says no to Tara, because Tara's taken. That's why she said no to Tara, is because of Tara.
Yeah, I know.
So...
Dinah, Wonder Woman, she could be whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you want to be a cartoon superhero.
Like us?
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of options.
Yes.
But it's up to her.
Yes, but if you have suggestions, she's willing to take them.
Yeah. So anyway, those are some things you have to look forward to, and yeah, hopefully Legends will be like maybe Thursday or something of this week, I'm hoping, depending on how the next few days go, if I can get them watched.
Right.
If not, it'll be like Friday or whatever. But I'm hoping it'll be before the weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Because we got a really busy weekend coming up.
Yeah, kind of.
I see it as really busy. Oh, and if you guys are interested in the game, in the Let's Play gameplay, I do want to just announce that me and our third friend will be doing a version together. We'll be doing The Crown and the Flame. I'm not sure which one of us is going to be playing Princess/Queen or the Incredible Hunk that is her friend. But yeah, so you guys have that to look forward to. That's going to be starting this week-ish. So yeah, you have that. Cool. Anything else for you?
Nope.
Okay, so I guess
until next time,
love yourself and be happy.